Listen to me, this is not just another motivational video. This is a wake-up call for your soul. 2025 is not waiting for you. Every second you delay, life is moving forward without your permission. But here's the truth. Your future is not written yet. The power to rewrite your story begins right now. In this very moment, you've been through pain, through doubt, through nights that felt endless. But 2025 can be the year everything changes. If you decide to change you, don't let another year pass with the same habits, the same fears, the same excuses. You are not born to repeat cycles. You are born to break them. Every day you watch this, you remind your mind who you truly are. Unstoppable, focused, chosen for greatness. So wake up, speak life, take action. This is your year to rise. Your year to become everything you were meant to be. Because when your mindset changes, your entire life does too. 2025 is not waiting. Take action now. Every sunrise is a reminder that time is moving forward whether you move with it or not. The clock does not pause for hesitation. An opportunity does not linger for those who doubt. Life rewards those who act, those who dare to step beyond comfort, and those who understand that waiting for the perfect moment means missing the power of now. The truth is, every dream, every goal, every breakthrough begins with a decision to take the first step. No matter how small or uncertain, time is the greatest equalizer. Everyone receives the same 24 hours. But what separates the successful from the stagnant is how they use them. You can either watch the calendar turn, or you can turn your intentions into motion. The days ahead will not adjust to your pace. You must rise to meet them. The people who change their lives are not the ones who merely hope or plan endlessly, but the ones who start, even when they don't have it all figured out. Waiting until you feel ready means waiting forever, because readiness is not a feeling, it's a choice. You prepare as you go. The doors that lead to growth open only for those who knock with persistence. The difference between the person you are and the person you want to become lies in actions you are willing to take today. You can think about your goals, talk about them, or visualize them, but without movement, they remain only ideas floating in your imagination. Every delay feeds doubt, and every step forward feeds confidence. When you take action, you break the chains of fear that hold you back. Action is the bridge between faith and fulfillment, between potential and purpose. Even the smallest step forward holds more power than the grandest intention left undone. The moment you move, momentum begins to work in your favor. The universe responds to effort, to motion, to energy released through courage. There is no such thing as the right time. There is only this time, and it's slipping through your hands if you keep waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow will come with new challenges, new distractions, and new excuses. But the person who acts today will face tomorrow with strength and direction. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Taking action is not about progression. It's about progression. Each day you delay, the gap widens between where you are and where you could be. Life will not stop to give you another chance at this moment. Opportunities are disguised as decisions waiting for courage. 2025 will not slow down for anyone. The world is moving faster than ever, and only those who move with intention will rise above the noise. You cannot afford to stand still while time runs forward. Every second spent doubting is a second lost to someone else's progress. The question is not whether you can succeed, it's whether you will start now. Your future is unwritten. Rewrite your story today. Every life holds chapters that no one else can write, and every day is a blank page waiting for your decision. The past may have shaped you, but it does not define you. What happened before was preparation, not limitation. You hold the pen now, and the ink of your choices determines what your next chapter will become. Too many people live trapped in their history, replaying old mistakes, clinging to regrets, and allowing yesterday's failures to dictate tomorrow's potential. But the truth is, you can choose to start again at any moment. You can take the broken pieces of your story and turn them into a masterpiece of strength, resilience, and transformation. Every time you decide to change your mindset, you shift the direction of your destiny. The power to rewrite your story begins with a single thought: the belief that your life is not over, that there is still more within you, that your best days are not behind you but ahead. You are not bound by your upbringing, your failures, or the opinions of others. The author of your life is not your past, it is you. When you understand that your story is still unfolding, you begin to live with intention instead of regret. Each decision, each habit, each word you speak becomes a line written in the next page of your journey. Too often, people wait for someone else to give them permission to change. But the truth is, you already have it. You do not need validation to rise. You do not need applause to begin again. You simply need the courage to say, this is not how my story will end. The pain, the disappointment, the losses, they were all parts of the plot, not the conclusion. Every great story has moments of darkness before the light breaks through. The most powerful characters are not those who never fall, but those who refuse to stay down. You are capable of creating a comeback stronger than any setback. Rewriting your story means letting go of the labels that others placed on you. It means refusing to be defined by your failures and daring to define yourself through growth. You can decide today that your narrative will be one of faith, victory, and perseverance. The words you speak over yourself create the tone of your future. So speak possibility instead of limitation, hope instead of despair, strength instead of weakness. Your past may explain you, but it does not excuse staying there. Every second offers you a fresh beginning, a chance to make a new decision that shifts everything ahead. The page before you is blank, but it will not stay that way. Each action you take fills it with meaning. Life will mirror the story you tell it. If you want joy, write it in your decisions. If you want success, write it in your discipline. If you want peace, write it in your choices. Your future is waiting for you to pick up the pen and write something new today. Break old habits, fears, and excuses. Nothing changes until you confront the patterns that keep you trapped in the same cycles. Every limitation you face externally begins with something you've accepted internally. Habits form your direction, fears define your boundaries, and excuses build the walls that keep you from your potential. You cannot step into a new season while holding on to the mindset of the old one. Change does not begin when circumstances shift. It begins when you do. The habits that once kept you comfortable are the same ones holding you back from growth. Comfort is the enemy of progress because it convinces you that staying the same is safer than stepping into the unknown. But real success lies on the other side of discomfort. Breaking old habits requires awareness and discipline. You must look at the things you do repeatedly and ask if they serve the person you are becoming. Every day you choose repetition over renewal. You delay transformation. Habits are powerful, but they are not permanent. They are built by consistency and can be broken by intention. The moment you decide to replace negative routines with purposeful action, your life begins to align with your vision. The same energy you once gave to procrastination, doubt, or distraction can become the force that drives you toward excellence. Every small shift matters because consistency compounds. Fear is another chain that keeps you from moving forward. It whispers that you are not ready, incapable, not worthy. It magnifies what could go wrong and minimizes what could go right. But fear loses its power the moment you act in spite of it. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward anyway. Every time you face what scares you, you weaken fear's control and strengthen your faith. The walls you thought were unbreakable often crumble the moment you take a step toward them. You are far stronger than the doubts that try to define you. Fear will always exist, but it does not have to lead. Excuses are the language of limitation. They justify staying where you are instead of becoming who you are meant to be. The mind will always create reasons to delay, to avoid, to protect itself from effort. But every excuse robs you of progress. You can't move forward while explaining why you can't. Success demands responsibility. The willingness to say, if it is to be, it's up to me. The moment you stop blaming circumstances, people, or timing, you regain your power to change everything. Excuses feel safe because they remove accountability, but they also remove possibility. The transformation you desire is waiting behind the doors of discipline, courage, and ownership. You were not born to live in the loop of repetition. You were created to evolve. The person you want to become will require breaking patterns that no longer serve you. Every time you choose growth over comfort, faith over fear, and action over excuses, you reclaim your potential and write a new standard for your life. Daily motivation reshapes your mindset. The thoughts you feed your mind each day become the foundation of how you see yourself, your life, and your future. Every morning is a fresh opportunity to realign your focus, renew your energy, and remind yourself of who you are and what you're capable of. Motivation is not just about feeling good for a moment. It's about conditioning your mind for consistency, resilience, and growth. Just as the body needs daily nourishment to stay strong, the mind needs daily encouragement to stay sharp and determined. What you listen to, read, and speak over yourself either strengthens your mindset or weakens it. If you fill your mind with doubt, you'll live in hesitation. But if you fill it with purpose, you'll move with direction. When you expose your mind to motivation every day, you begin to reprogram old patterns of negativity. The brain learns through repetition, and whatever you hear often becomes what you believe. When you hear words of faith, strength, and perseverance, they start to sink deep into your subconscious, shaping the way you think and act. The same way negative self-talk can destroy confidence, positive and empowering words can rebuild it. Daily motivation reminds you that you have control over your thoughts, and your thoughts have control over your actions. The more you feed your mind with strength, the less space you give to fear and limitation. Mindset is not built in a moment. It's built over time. Every day you choose to listen to something that uplifts your spirit, you are planting seeds of transformation. Those seeds might seem small at first, but they grow into habits, focus, and discipline. When you start your day with motivational words, you are choosing alignment over chaos. You are reminding yourself that even when life gets heavy, you still have the power to rise. The right mindset does not remove challenges, but it gives you the strength to face them differently. It turns obstacles into lessons and setbacks into setups for a stronger comeback. Motivation is not about escaping reality. It's about empowering yourself to shape it. It teaches you to think like a winner, even when you haven't yet arrived at victory. It shifts your language from can't to. It helps you recognize opportunities where others see impossibilities. The more you listen, the more you start to speak the same way, with belief, courage, and clarity. Over time, motivation becomes not just an external voice you hear, but an internal one you live by. It becomes your mental habit, your personal discipline, your inner fuel. When you commit to daily motivation, you are choosing to master your thoughts before they master you. You are training your mind to focus on progress, not problems. Every single day, motivation rewires your mental framework, strengthens your emotional endurance, and renews your vision. The mind becomes what it is fed, and when it is fed daily with purpose, faith, and positivity, it becomes unstoppable. You are chosen for greatness. Act like it. You were not created by accident or placed on this earth without purpose. There is something inside you that the world needs. Something only you can bring to life through your gifts, your vision, and your obedience to that inner calling. Greatness is not reserved for the famous or the fortunate. It is available to anyone who recognizes their divine potential and dares to live it out. The problem is not that people lack greatness. It's that they doubt it, they hide from it, or they underestimate it. You cannot live small and expect big outcomes. When you realize you are chosen, you begin to walk differently, think differently, and expect differently, because you understand your life carries weight and meaning beyond the ordinary. Acting like you are chosen means rising above mediocrity and refusing to settle for less than what you were designed for. It means holding yourself to a higher standard, not because you are better than anyone else, because you know you were created for impact. Every decision, every action, and every word should reflect the value of who you are becoming. You can't claim greatness and still cling to excuses. You can't talk about purpose and still live in fear. Greatness requires responsibility, discipline, and faith. It's about showing up when no one is watching, putting in the work when it's uncomfortable, and believing in your vision when others don't. Being chosen does not mean life will be easy. It means you are equipped to handle the challenges that come with your calling. The tests you face are not to break you, but to build you. Every setback is shaping your strength. Every delay is preparing your timing. And every obstacle is developing your endurance. The ones who rise into greatness are not those who never fall, but those who never stay down. When you understand that your life has purpose, you stop questioning why things are hard and start asking what you are meant to learn through them. Greatness is built through pressure, persistence, and purpose. To act like you are chosen means to stop comparing yourself to others. Your path is not supposed to look like theirs. You are running your own race, and the only person you need to outperform is the one you were yesterday. The world does not need another copy. It needs your authenticity, your originality, your unique expression of greatness. You were chosen to shine, not to blend in. Every time you shrink yourself to fit in, you dim the light you were meant to carry. You are not called to live in the shadows of fear or insecurity. You are called to lead, to inspire, to build, and to leave a mark that outlives you. You are chosen for greatness, so think boldly, speak with purpose, and move with conviction. The greatness within you is waiting for your courage to release it. Every time you act in alignment with your calling, you honor the one who placed greatness inside you. Change your mindset, and your life will follow. Everything you experience externally begins with what you believe internally. Your thoughts create your reality because the mind is the foundation upon which every action, every habit, and every outcome is built. When your mindset is negative, fearful, or limited, life reflects those limitations back to you in the form of stagnation and struggle. But when you choose to renew your thinking, to believe in possibilities instead of problems, everything around you begins to shift. You cannot live a positive life with a negative mind. Transformation begins the moment you take control of your thoughts and decide to see life differently. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck is not talent or opportunity, but mindset. Two people can face the same storm, yet one will see defeat while the other sees direction. Your mindset determines how you interpret challenges, as obstacles or as opportunities. When you decide to change the way you think, you change the way you respond to life. Instead of reacting out of fear, you start moving with purpose. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you begin to recognize what's possible. The power of a renewed mind lies in its ability to transform problems into lessons and pain into growth. Every great achievement begins with belief. When your mind is filled with faith and vision, your actions naturally follow. You start speaking differently, walking differently, and making decisions that align with your goals instead of your fears. The most powerful shift you can make is from "I can't" to "I can." That single change in perspective unlocks creativity, confidence, and courage. Your mindset becomes the compass that directs your destiny. It's not the circumstances that control your future. It's the attitude you choose in the middle of them. Changing your mindset requires intentional effort. You must become aware of your thoughts and challenge the ones that limit you. Every time you catch yourself thinking small, replace it with something greater. Feed your mind with words that build rather than break. Read, listen, and speak life over yourself daily until new beliefs take root. The mind adapts to whatever it is consistently exposed to. If you expose it to hope, truth, and strength, it will begin to reflect those same qualities in your life. The transformation is not instant, but it is inevitable when you stay consistent. When your mindset changes, your energy shifts, and when your energy shifts, your world responds. The people you attract, the opportunities that appear, and the confidence you carry all align with the way you think. You start making choices that match the life you want, instead of the life you fear. The power has always been within you, waiting for your mind to release it. Everything changes when you realize your thoughts are not just reactions. They are instructions to your reality. Change the instructions, and your life will follow the new direction. Your life is not waiting for someday. It's unfolding right now. And every thought, every decision, and every action is shaping the future you will live. 2025 is not a year to wish for change. It's a year to create it. You've been reminded that your story is still being written, that your habits and fears can be broken, and that your mindset determines everything that follows. You have the power to rewrite your destiny, to rise beyond excuses, and to awaken the greatness placed within you. The journey begins in your mind. That's where transformation is born. Feed it daily with motivation, faith, and focus until your perspective becomes your power. You are chosen for more than survival. You are chosen for significance. Every challenge is an invitation to grow. Every delay a test of your persistence. Every failure a seed for future victory. The person you are becoming is already within you, waiting for your courage to bring it to life. Act like you believe it. Walk with the confidence of someone who knows their purpose and refuses to be defined by the past. When you change your mindset, you change your direction. When you act with intention, you attract destiny. This is your moment to rise, to rebuild, and to live boldly. The rest of your life begins with one decision: to take action now and never look back.